Casey Anthony is back in the public eye this time on TikTok, and the internet is losing its mind. Yes, the woman at the center of one of America's most infamous murder trials has launched a TikTok account under Casey Anthony Substack, and people are not happy.
I sweat to death. Okay. Today is Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is my first of probably many recordings on a series that I'm starting. I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011. And in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself. And also,
Whoa. Before we go any further, let's remind the people of who Casey Anthony really is.
In 2008, Casey Anthony's 2-year-old daughter, Caylee Anthony, was reported missing by Casey's mother, not Casey herself, after being gone for 31 days. During that time, Casey was seen partying at clubs, entering a hot body contest, and acting as if nothing was wrong. When questioned, she claimed Caylee had been kidnapped by a nanny named Zenaida Gonzalez, but investigators found out this person never existed. Suspicious evidence mounted, including the smell of decomposition in Casey's car, internet searches for how to make chloroform, and Caylee's remains found near Casey's home with duct tape nearby. Despite this, in 2011, Casey was acquitted of murder, sparking nationwide outrage, though she was convicted of lying to police.
those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Caylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done. The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself. I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. Moving forward, the majority of what you will see will be me speaking in a professional capacity. My goal is to continue to help give a voice to people, to give people tools and resources that they can utilize so they actually know where they can turn to. So with that, please join me on Substack. If you have questions, I will set up an email address where we can correspond directly. Up until this point, that has never happened, and it's only going to be on a limited basis regarding legal issues, legal matters. One of the main reasons that I'm doing this, there are people close to me who have been targeted and attacked recently. There are also people close to me who have had some recent things occur, and when necessary, people needed to step up, myself included. So as a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community, women's rights, I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008. With that, these aren't going to be perfect. They're not going to be edited. Most of the time, they're not going to be short. But I am proverbially standing in the light, embracing this piece, still going to keep my privacy intact, so you will get very comfortable with my car. And I will explain in great detail why it's so important for people to protect their privacy. It's not just important to public figures, it's even more important to private individuals. And with the current climate in our country especially, it's that much more important, which is why I am utilizing the Substack platform. Yes, I am advertising this and publishing this on TikTok, possibly also through other meta platforms, but my intention is to separate from that and showcase even more why Substack is such an important resource for people to utilize moving forward. Anyway, I appreciate your time, and we'll see how this goes.
Casey Anthony is back on the scene. A lot of you true crime jitterbugs don't know who this is, but she's like one of the beginning popular trials when this whole internet thing kicked off about, true crime. So here she is, somebody that killed her own baby. She got acquitted, but she's not innocent. She's on TikTok to get attention. We all know this. So Casey Anthony is trying to rewrite history in the end. She talks about her parents and how she doesn't want to talk about them, but she eventually will, and talk about some of the things they said. And she's also an advocate for LGBTQ. I remember back in the day when this trial was going on, not every man, but a lot of men was out there gushing over this, similar to the Wade Wilson situation we're dealing with now. But now Ash Trevino, Gypsy Rose move out the way. We already got to deal with them, but Casey Anthony has made her presence on TikTok, and she said she's coming with a bunch of videos. She said get to know her car very well, and she talks about privacy a little bit. Does Casey Anthony deserve privacy after what happened in that trial? No accountability ever was took. Her party in the 31 days her child was missing, the blaming on an imaginary nanny, all the way to blaming it on her dad, and ultimately her being acquitted. And people on TikTok, Reddit, all over the internet are trying to get her off of TikTok now because they know that this is just going to lead into something just like a Ash Trevino, just like a Gypsy Rose. It's going to be just hate, and the hate's going to fuel and pay their way to her writing another book, or I don't even know if she wrote a book or not. But she's on this website called Substack, and that's what I think who is paying her to be on TikTok is to promote that app, because it's kind of obvious that she's doing it like that, saying that she's writing a memoir or speaking a memoir. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Ultimately, in my head, it's like she's rewriting her history. She's trying, like she said, let me reintroduce myself. Like she's putting it right out in the open for us when she says that. Very strange. Her TikTok channel is going to be lies, manipulation, and deception. Those three things, that's what it's going to be filled with. It's just going to be facts. It's her trying to rewrite history. I know I said it a lot already, but it's the truth. That's what she's trying to do. She's trying to rebrand herself. And honestly, I think because she's seen what Gypsy Rose is doing, what Ash Trevino's doing, and she sees that she has a lane herself. And at the end of the day, there's somebody that will never have a voice, and that's Caylee Anthony.
I would never let Casey Anthony raise my baby, yeah. And you know this terrible when I pack me a vacation. I wouldn't let it, cause you know what's in that suitcase weighing is me. You know that all these fucking bitches, they be waiting, yeah. Never let JB hit fucking drive me in Mercedes. She DUI, you know that she gon' see the light one day. But these guys think I'm related to Wade, but there ain't no relation. His last name was Wilson, the family wanted to kill him. I know that Casey Anthony thinks she is not the villain. You know that she rather party than take care of her children. You know that she's on TikTok trying to make us some shillings. I'm a father, so I'm biased. Tell you the truth, you want a one without bias. I swear to God, you is so evil and I digress. You worse than Wade Wilson, but he died next. Whipping with the pots, with them Pyrex. I know you like girls, yeah, you buy sex. It's a little bit of truth, you should try it. Man, I wouldn't be surprised if she tries. Fuck is that next? I'm at the next, that's what I'm breaking. I'm after the throne too, you know that I be taking. And you ain't going to the same place as Caylee. Let's get the facts. Don't care how hot you think you is, don't let the door hit your ass. On the way out, y'all say you got that hate, but you gon' do the minimal. Let me see that weight you got, let me see them residuals. I can see your tits out right now and I see a visual. You say that you're with your man now, but you be miserable. You keep on making troll accounts, you know that shit is pitiful. You really never coming out, yeah, all your shit subliminal. Chilling in your living room, eating chicken noodle soup, breathing chicken noodle soup.